Hi there. My name's Bogdan Marin, and I'm currently taking 3250 and enrolled in Glenn Galley's class. I'll be talking about incorporating competition appropriately in the classroom as my week 4 assignment. Uh, a quote to start. The power of competition's effect makes it very tempting to use. Little else gets a group of younger people more energized than competition. John Schindler from Cal State. A fun game involving competition can make the classroom afternoon that could drag on be fun and increase student engagement. That's what I liked about that quote. The negatives. The competition condition encourages them to view their fellows less as peers or members of the group and more as instruments to be used to reach their goal. Emmer and Graywall, in 2006. This quote got me thinking in one of the games I play with my students called Team Jeopardy, which I will get a little bit more into that in a bit. Raising the level of interest and excitement while accomplishing essentially the same degree of content processing Schindler in 2009 raised the level of interest and excitement in today's world where the average attention span is constantly getting shorter. So these quotes, when I was reading about them, sort of got me thinking. One example of what I read was about a dad who was trying to help his sons in math. He used math dice and a few dollars to get the excitement going. The sons lost a few nights, but he then found them studying on their own at night to beat him and take $1. Such a simple idea made his sons find interest in math, and that translated to their marks at school. How clever of him to think of this idea and engage them in their studies for a simple $1. What to me was appropriate about this is that his kids were old enough and had been taught their multiplication tables and their exponents. However, using them all together in a speedy manner with success nearly every time was not. A game where the kids had no background in, they would feel overwhelmed and defeated and would not participate. Why try when they knew they were already going to lose? His choice of appropriate competition in this scenario had great results. Now, back to that Jeopardy game I play with my classes. I evolved it from a simple basic one to now a team version. To prevent one student from dominating a game, I choose to make it groups. However, I did notice that the strongest member of the group usually answered all the questions. I then proceeded to make every member answer questions in order. That had a lot of blank answers and uncomfortable students. Learning all this from my sample experiences, I decided the bell for answering first had to go. Every team got to put their answers on a notepad and hand it in. They also got to discuss their answers prior to handing it in. It became a hit. The social side of it made the students more comfortable with one another, and they all answered. With pre-making the teams and balancing them out, I found this is a great tool for a review day prior to a test. After I discussed with my peers how they approach games, some chose similar techniques, some chose to avoid this game altogether. Introducing competition in the classroom, I believe, can be fun if done properly, and taking it class by class is the essential step. In my experience, the more social the class is, the more they enjoy the game, but less learning occurs. This can have a false sense on a teacher and student that learning is occurring, but in reality, probably not. In conclusion, incorporating competition is best suited to review a topic and finalize key points that you may want them to focus on. Poorly done competition can have negative effects on students' morale. However, anything poorly done can and will have negative effects also. Games are generally more fun than learning. If you can incorporate a well-designed game into a lesson, then I say go for it. If your class reacts poorly to it, then an experienced teacher can see these results and select a different manner of teaching. That is the conclusion to this. I appreciate you listening, and I look forward to hearing your feedback to it. Thank you very much.